All right, everyone, welcome. This is the first ever Disconnect slash Artivists United episode that we're filming.
Legendary link up. Legendary link up.
Absolutely. And so I wanted to just really quickly introduce myself. My name is Prranit. I'm the founder of Disconnect Foundation. And I wanted to invite our special guest over here, which is John from Artivists United.
John Quasey Broadway, Artivists United.
What's up, John? How are you, man? Thanks for being here. And so really, I wanted to ask you a bit about, first of all, why is it that we're linking up? Like, what's happening?
Yeah. First of all, shout out to Disconnect, being in Prranit, just being a dope person, and dope organization. So that's kind of like the foundation. But yeah, just seeing the work that you're doing in creating uh, awareness and like consciousness, like for creating a space to uplift awareness and consciousness for artists, along with like healing, um, and creating a space for artists is one very important and obviously part of like our mission as well too. So definitely always open and wanting to collab with like-minded organizations and folks. Um, so I would say that's definitely a big part of it.
Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much, seriously. And what we have coming up is our Disconnect in the Park event on the 21st. And, we're really excited for that. And so we have invited Artivists United to collaborate with us on this event. And really just tell us a bit about, what Artivists United is and how you guys came about and what it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah, so Artivists United, our mission is to uplift community health, diverse representation, and the dismantling of oppressive systems, while also giving artists, activists the inspiration, empowerment, and opportunity to use their craft to achieve those means. Um, and so, yeah, my bad, kind of blanked out.
No, that's amazing. No, honestly, no,
We can chop it up.
that's great. And yeah, we have, there's so many different organizations across LA that are doing such wonderful work. I know you guys have collaborated with some organizations, helping during the fires. And, you've, been working recently at the protests with the ICE raids going on. And so it's, really relevant with the upcoming event that we have going on the 21st. So a bit of background on this event. We've been doing these events for quite some time now. And John asked me when I invited him to collaborate on this event. He asked me like, "Wait, so what's the objective? What's the purpose behind this event?" And I really had to sit and just think, okay, what exactly are we trying to accomplish with this event? And it really came down to providing a safe space for our activist friends, for our artivist friends, for all the people that are on the front lines, and for all the people that are not on the front lines that need a safe space to come and be in community, especially with everything that's going on right now. I know you were at the protest earlier today and also have been for the last few days. What has been your experience and what have you seen? What do you think is going on that the people on the front lines need to know or that they need help with?
Yeah, I would say, in terms of like what kind of help people need on the front lines, there's a lot of organizations like, Mutual Aid LA, Jail Support LA, um, and others that aren't coming to mind that, you know, provide like aid to like frontline people, whether it be like creating personal protective equipment, because we got to protect ourselves against these cops. They're shooting people with tear gas, flashbangs. I had a cop point his I don't know what kind of cannon gun at me just because I was taking a picture 20 yards away, pointing it right at me. I have no idea why, but this is why um, support can be provided for people who can be on the front lines, right? Because of whatever risk they may have, um, connecting with organizations who are providing these kind of materials to support people on the front lines is a super valuable way to get connected. Um, and yeah, it's yeah, there's at at the a lot of these rallies, particularly ones that are organized by organizations, it's cool, it's kumbaya. Um, you know, once you get into the streets though, and then um, other people come, that's when it can get a little rowdy. And for
Hmm.
people who are
Yeah.
at risk, that might be a chance. That might be the time that you may need to leave. But folks are wondering, what kind of risk it looks like out there at the most part. For the most part, um, you know, if you're going to protests that are organized by organizations,
Hmm.
particularly early, you should be good. But yeah, just keep your head out for once, or just be mindful of like once it gets a little later and like the cops get more aggressive, then
Yeah.
the time you need to leave.
No, absolutely. I mean, first of all, thank you for everything that you do, and for just being out there and putting your body on the line and your safety on the line to make your voice heard, and to stand up for all the families that are being separated right now with ICE. I think one of the most important things that we need to be mindful of is that all these systems of oppression, they are interconnected. And so when we talk about ICE, we have to also realize that they were trained by the IDF in Israel. That's how that is connected. And it's the same thing with all other forms of oppression. They are all interconnected to the same forms of capitalism, white supremacy, or so on and so forth. And when we have our organization with our events, with Disconnect, with Artivists United, it's not that we're tackling just one issue, but at the end of the day, when you do tackle one issue, you are actually tackling all the issues. So when we say abolish ICE, that means free Palestine in the same breath, in the same sentence. Because at the end of the day, when you have one, you have the other, and when you don't have one, you don't have the other. So when we work towards collective liberation, I work for your liberation, you work for my liberation, because our liberation is tied together.
Not free until we're all free.
Exactly. And so that's why we're organizing this event, is really to just to provide the people that are on the front lines, that are putting their lives on the line, literally lives on the line. I have a few friends who were shot by rubber bullets and they're bleeding. One of my friends is a musician and he can no longer play his guitar because he got injured. And people are making real sacrifices for standing up for what they believe in and for the freedom of themselves and others. And this is just our little way of giving back to all those brave souls. We're providing art, music throughout the day. It's a free event, it's all donation based. We will have a plant walk across, and where we'll just go identify some of the local plants that we've got. It's just going to be a really beautiful day. We even have a choir coming, and it's going to be like a sing along performance. So I'm very excited for that. And finally, I just want to talk a bit about the organization we're fundraising for. And the organization we're fundraising for is ANERA. They're one of the few organizations that are currently active in Gaza that has channels to be able to smuggle food in to the Gaza through the Gaza borders. Obviously Israel is not allowing any aid into Gaza right now, and people are starving. So there are very few organizations that have the power and capability of getting food into Gaza right now, and it's not through official means, and that's why we decided to support ANERA for this particular event. And I know you were just in Israel and Palestine a few months ago. Did you want to share something about that?
Uh, yeah, I mean it's hard to know where exactly to start. But I guess I'll just say, the military occupation is very real. Obviously, Gaza is post October 7th. Gaza has been the focus and where the main um, ethnic cleansing, genocide, death has been happening. But people are really feeling it in the West Bank as well too. A lot of their lives um, have come to a standstill just
Mm-hmm.
because of the way everything's been shut down. The access, the ability to move about, just to visit their family, to do whatever they need to do in their daily lives has been severely restricted beyond what it already was before October 7th. Um, and so, you know, one of the main things that has become very prevalent to me coming out of that experience was, even after a ceasefire comes about um, in Gaza, there's so much work that needs to be done in order to dismantle the military occupation, apartheid state, and also to just America's fealty to this apartheid state as well too. Um, in order for these Palestinians who showed me nothing but love and hospitality, every single Palestinian that I met over there who when I mentioned I was from LA, they asked me if I was okay, if my family was okay because of the fires. It was I was there right after the fires, when the fires was happening.
Yeah.
So being so welcomed by these kind, genuine people, and seeing the faces of people who are affected by this, this military occupation, this apartheid state, um, really has made it a personal issue for me. And I think we should all understand it should be a personal issue to everyone because all our
Mhm.
money is going to fund this human rights abuse.
Literally.
Like if that doesn't piss you off, I don't know, I don't know what you got going on, but yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
seriously. I mean, just the fact that you went there, that's just amazing, seriously amazing. And, thank you for sharing your insights. Coming back to our event and to Artivists United, I know you guys have done some artist features in the past. And this time we are also having a call to artists for our upcoming event. Could you just share a bit about what it's going to be like for this upcoming event?
Yeah, so yeah, in the past we have done like call to artists to share like art related to particular themes related to events. So our most recent event was around mental health, and we had some folks come out and share some really awesome, powerful songs,
Mm,
uplifting that message, and the crowd really resonated with that. And so we're really excited to create a space for artists who have a important message around resistance, protests,
yeah.
freeing Palestine, freeing America from ICE, from all these oppressive systems and
Hmm.
institutions. Um, really excited for people to be able to have to create a space for artists to share that message
Hmm.
at the event. And even moving past that, like for people to make connections right at this event,
Exactly.
right? Like
Exactly.
people to find about these artists they may not knew about who are really speaking to them in a way that
Hmm.
resonates, and to continue to build a relationship or like a following through that whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of value in that, and yeah, and that's the space that we're going to be creating on the 21st.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think everyone saw the Dochi BET award acceptance speech that she gave, and that was just so powerful. And it just a glimpse into the power that we hold as artists, and that's really what our platform is all about. Is empowering the artists. So not only are we going to have a call to artists for visual artists that want to put their paintings or arts on display for our event, but we will also be having an open mic. So if you want to come share some poetry, some songs, if you want to sing a song for us and with our community, that's just going to be the most beautiful thing. And of course, we're always looking for vendors, we're looking for volunteers. If you want to be involved in this event, if you believe in the work that we're doing and want to support us, or just come be part of something beautiful with the community, then definitely feel free to let us know, message us, and we'll see you on the 21st. Any last comments, questions before we say goodbye?
Free Palestine, fuck ICE.
Hell yes. All right. Thank you, John, so much. And we'll see you guys on the 21st.